How you doing, guys? The current challenge we're facing right now is trying to get to Jimmy's shop without using the GPS. I've become way too reliant on GPSs. I don't know if this is a thing that you guys have too, where I don't pay attention to the roads enough and then I don't know where I'm going. So if my phone ever dies, I'm lost.
I think people get reliant on calculators too in like math class. I see kids be like, what's 12 minus 7? Like, you just do it in your head.
Or like wives. Sometimes you get reliant on wives. And,
that's true.
And knives for cutting things like sandwiches.
Yeah. There's always people hanging out here.
Yeah.
Whoa, is Jimmy not wearing a black shirt? What?
Black shirts are dirty. So.
You look great.
Thank you.
I love it.
So this is the last time we're ever gonna be going to Jimmy's shop. Not only because we're leaving Connecticut, but he got kicked out of his shop for too many pineapples. They saw the video of us burning those pipineapples and they were livid.
Get out of here. Yeah, that's it, exactly. Too many pineapples. So,
we have a very sad package for Jimmy.
That's the sad part. My bumper's the sad part.
Oh.
Damn.
This toast.
When I got duffed by an E36 stuffing a tire, which then dusted me.
I got a bunch more Zestinos in. I had them shipped to Jimmy's shop. It's just obviously way cheaper than shipping to a home address. I'm stoked though. These are like super grippy and they work really well in the rain as well. I aired them down to like 18 PSI and the super grippy compound plus 18 PSI just like grips super hard in the rain. You can take some.
I don't want to take any of your tires on you.
Okay.
The convenience of a truck.
Check out the color of this M4. I don't think I've ever seen a yellow one.
Do you think it's like a factory?
Yeah, I think what it is, they probably have some sort of like paint to sample program like Porsche has where like you can order custom colors. I mean, that's my guess. I don't really know. That's pretty cool. It'd be great if you worked at Best Buy because it like matches, you know? I remember back when I was a kid, balls used to be round. Technology these days has gotten crazy. Today I was super motivated to try to make like an even better video than the past days, but unfortunately in Connecticut, when we run out of daylight or when it rains, it puts us in a really weird situation because I don't have access to the garage. I didn't appreciate the garage that we have enough until we don't have it anymore, which kind of stinks, but we're gonna make the best of it. We're gonna do something, I don't know what. I'm running low on DEF for the truck and I don't wanna wait until the next truck stop we go to on our next trip, because I heard the truck goes into limp mode if you run out of DEF, so I'm making a stop at AutoZone. I think they sell it. The truck takes like 5 gallons. I'll probably just get a gallon or 2. I heard this stuff smells like straight urine. Someone told me about this in the comments, which will be super convenient in the drift events in the rain where my windows just get all super foggy. I'm over here trying to check out at AutoZone, and this guy down here blows my cover. What's your name?
Divani.
Why'd you have to tell that guy I was a YouTuber?
Because you are.
I was just trying to be all nonchalant and buy my DEF. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. What are you doing here?
Oh, my uncle lives right there.
Yeah, okay, cool. Tell your uncle so what's up.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna miss how pretty it is here. The weather's so great. Nicole hates eating things by themselves, so instead of having just pizza, we didn't have salad. So Nicole made fruit salad. She's ridiculous, this girl. Where did I find her?
I'm not ridiculous.
I don't know, it's just weird. It's a weird combo. Since I noticed I never showed it in yesterday's video, this is the damage that I did to my car when I gave that white hatch a little love tap. My fender's got a little bit of a scuff, some chips up here, a little bit of a crack. My bumper doesn't really sit right anymore, but it could definitely be way worse, so it's all good.
At least you're getting new fenders.
We're going to pick up a very special surprise tomorrow that I'm very excited about. So we have to put these hooks that came with the truck so I can use tie downs in the bed. You know, so we can tie things down. I wonder what we're tying down.
A person.
Women?
Hey.
Men?
Hey.
Children?
Dogs.
Dogs. One thing I really want to work on that I feel like I've been slacking a little bit on is listening to you guys more, kind of receiving feedback and trying to do what you guys want to do. A lot of it's just because we've had such a busy schedule, so much has been going on that I've just been so focused on doing what we have planned to do. But I want to take a minute at the end of this video, or maybe a few minutes, and answer some questions that I probed from you guys on Facebook, some really common questions of a lot of stuff that you guys want to know. So I'm going to do that, but I also encourage you, if you don't see a question that you want to know the answer to, you can leave it down below. I'll probably do another Q&A in the future. All right, Nicole, I'm going to knock out some of the questions that involve you first, so you can go do your own thing. I'm about to butcher your name, but the #1 question asked from Akia Smith is, Nicole, are we planning on going to Australia?
Definitely someday.
Okay, that sounds like we're like not gonna come anytime soon.
And we don't, it's not in the books right now.
For me, honestly, Australia is my next #1 travel destination after Japan. So Japan was like #1 on my list, and then came going down under. I've never been there. Nicole has. She's ridden kangaroos, she's eaten kangaroos, she's done all the Australia things. Wait, is that a thing? Do you eat kangaroo, or am I gonna offend people?
No. You
Okay,
hold
okay,
koalas.
you hold koalas. That's what she did. All jokes aside though, I know there's an awesome BMX scene down there. There's an awesome drift scene. So I think it'd be really cool for us to take a trip, go visit Australia. We've got some friends out there too. Maybe go over to New Zealand too and just kind of roam around that area.
I've never been to New Zealand.
Yeah, so if you are from that area, let us know in the comments like when is a good time to come, because I know your seasons are different there, and I tried to figure this out before, but I really want to make that a priority.
The UV rays are so strong there. That's the only time I've ever gotten sunburnt and actually peeled. Like I peeled off like my chest to my stomach.
The people there are very strong too. They'll beat you up. You gotta be careful. Well, this question is technically from me, from Andrew Hills, and it's basically, if I met you, how would my life be different? And I want you to...
You mean if you didn't meet me?
Yeah, sorry. If I didn't meet you.
I was like,
so I want you to try to give a stab at this one. How do you think my life would be if I never met you?
You don't have time for a woman anyway. Like you don't have time for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make time, so I think you would just be even more driven and obsessed with what
She's saying I would be single.
I mean, you're just...
No, it's true.
You're
it's
so
true.
driven
You're right.
and passionate about BMX and driving and YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
I just think you'd just do even more of it, and you'd spend the time that you spend with me either editing more or doing more late night stuff in the garage, or I guess hanging out with a few guy friends, but...
I will say a really good thing about a relationship is it kind of makes you be a more balanced person. Because like Nicole said, if I didn't meet her, if I wasn't injured, I probably would have never pursued a relationship. And it really keeps me grounded in that it forces me to do things like go out to dinner and just like chill and not work, or work, whatever you want to call it.
Or watch like Gilmore Girls or something.
Yeah, because inevitably if I wasn't with Nicole, I would probably be doing car stuff, BMX stuff nonstop, which sounds great in your head and like would make awesome content, but it gets you burnt out very easily. So I think that's definitely a good balance. I mean, we could talk forever about, you know, how many more cars I would have without Nicole and how much less 1JZ
Hey.
probs. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I have more cars. Oh, I guess we have equal cars now.
Well, the truck's technically in the business name, which...
You have S15, S13 BMW. I have Mia, Gabby, and Fiona. So we each have 3 plus the truck.
Yeah, the S15 doesn't count because it's like not really a car yet.
I just think it's important for you to have love in your life.
Yep, all right, next. This is another common one that we get at a lot of the events. Cody Petrin wants to know, Nicole, will you ever learn how to drift and then start drifting with me?
I will never tandem with you, I can tell you that.
Yeah, she saw me like hit that guy the other day and she's like, you're not getting anywhere near my car.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I like, okay, BMX, I definitely wish I could ride more BMX. It's just with my knee, I literally can't do anything. I tried even just like minorly jogging and walking the other day and my knee was terrible for a week. So BMX, I definitely wish I could do more because I like doing what Adam does and kind of pursuing his passions just so I can understand more of what he's into. Drifting is so fun and I wish I had more seat time because I really want to get better. I'm still not even confident in my donuts just because there's so much time between my donut sessions and it's different cars every time.
Donut sessions.
I'm a policeman. But I definitely want to learn how to at least like do not just donuts, like do turns. Like kind of like connect a track, like be able to like manji once or twice.
As you can see, her goals are very easily achievable. The issue is I've just been constantly giving Nicole cars that are broken, cars that have issues. I think once she hops back in her car when it's at home, once it has the Chase Bay's radiator set up with good fans and the welded diff, she'll be cruising, especially once like you're just comfortable, because it's so difficult learning how to drift if you're still trying to figure out a car too. We are going to a private track though at some point on this trip where I think Nicole should be able to get some seat time and hopefully at least get comfortable behind the wheel again.
I think it'd be cool to be able to drift well enough where I could just like hop in a car and like do a little bit to be like, hey, I know how to do something and I can like partake, but it's not going to be my passion and my sport.
She likes grip driving. She had a blast driving the Miata at that track in Texas.
Yeah, I wish we had more stuff like that.
Yeah, we can get like, how sick would it be if we had 2 E46s just on like coils?
Do you think
exhaust?
Harrison will let us take the Miata back when we get to Texas?
I don't know. I'll shoot him a text once we're done with this. I will tell you though, Nicole's super self-conscious about learning things, so the next time that she goes out, I might film a little bit, but it's very overwhelming for her, so I don't want to just like shove a bunch of cameras in her face, which is not really comfortable, so it's not going to be like myself documenting learning how to drift. It's just a side thing, I guess. Is that a fair way to say it?
I think so. It's just a lot of people, I mean, it takes a lot for me to try something new. I don't know. I just want to be able to focus on it myself without thinking about what 100,000 people are going to comment about me.
Completely understandable. Your work is done here. I'm going to resume with questions only about me.
That's all they care about? I guess I'll have to do a Q&A on my own channel.
So long as you guys like these little question and answer sessions, I'm gonna plan on doing more in the future and kind of save some of these questions because I don't want this to be like a 10-minute section at the end of the video. Another really liked question from Austin Rothenberger is, since my truck is registered as a business expense or registered under the business, does that mean that any mods I do to the truck are tax write-offs as well? So very interesting question, and I thought this would be a kind of cool thing to talk about. Although I am not a lawyer, I am not a legal professor, I cannot give you legal advice, so don't take my word for anything. I have a bookkeeper and I have an accountant that does my taxes, but for the most part, so long as something is used in a video and I guess the way that I go about it is if I were to get questioned by the IRS, if I feel like it's a very obviously identifiable business expense, if I could justify, let's say, the cost of a 1JZ to make a 1JZ video build series, I think that that should definitely be a business expense if that in turn creates revenue. So as long as it's something that's justifiable. So I think with a truck, if I were to mod it and let's say put airbags on it so I could, you know, even the load for my trailer, I think that's a perfectly reasonable business expense. However, if it were to, let's say, put a ridiculous speaker system on that I didn't do a video on, that's kind of pushing it. But if I did like a video coverage of this ridiculous speaker setup, then I think it's something that's more justifiable. And again, I don't know this exactly. In the end of the day, the bookkeeper is the one who makes the decision, but that's kind of the mindset that I've had, which does make YouTube really cool because I am able to justify a lot of my hobbies as business expenses. While we're talking about truck modifications, that was another really common question on here. What are the plans for the truck in terms of modifications? Am I going to mod the truck? For now, I've just been kind of leaving it stock. We're going on a cross-country trip basically, and I just want to leave it reliable. And someone who has multiple modified cars knows that whenever you start modifying things, that's when you find out other issues because of whatever you modified. Things break, things don't work the way that they're intended. So for now, I'm just leaving it stock. Potential plans, maybe do a leveling kit which just raises the front up a little bit so it's level with the back of the truck. I feel like it would look kind of silly with the trailer on it, but I guess with the airbags that would raise the rear end up. Airbags is another thing I want to do. I want to airbag the rear of the truck to even out the load when I have the trailer hooked up to it. And then obviously wheels, but I don't want the typical truck wheels. I really want something with a deep concave, like something that you would see on a German sports car, like a 3-piece wheel. I haven't seen anything yet that has jumped out to me, but I don't want to go crazy big. I think maybe 20-inch wheels with a 35 tire. I saw a truck, and it was actually that white one in the video when I got the red truck. I really liked its stance. It wasn't like ridiculous. It was just a little bit higher, a little bit wider, and it looked mean. So that's probably what will happen. I don't want anything ridiculous. And maybe some other like little doodads here and there, like smoked roof markers or something. I don't know. If you guys have suggestions, leave them below because I know absolutely nothing about trucks, so I don't know the cool truck things to mod. If it was a car, I'd instantly lower it, put it on wheels, get rid of anything amber on it, and call it a day. But it's a truck. Another thing that all you guys are probably wondering that David Lee asked is what's going on with the S15? Originally, we were supposed to be back in Florida already. This was only supposed to be about a month-long trip that's turned into, I think, almost over 2 months. Originally, I wanted Alberto to have most of the chassis work done, so have it stripped, have it caged, and fabrication stuff done, so when I got back from Connecticut, it would be ready for us to start assembling and doing all the fun stuff. However, since we're up here longer and he was having a lot of fun building his car, I thought, hey, why don't I just have him finish his car? When he's done with it, there'll still be plenty of time to work on the S15. I know a lot of people have been kind of bugging him because they think that he's just procrastinating working on the S15. No, it's not his fault. He said something on his channel that I was like challenging him to a drift off or something. That was completely made up. We're not having a drift off. I wasn't challenging him to finish his car so we could drift together. Although I'm hoping we can drift together. That'd be really fun, but it would be unfair because Alberto hasn't had seat time in forever. But I'm hoping that he'll be able to have his car done and maybe have a few events under his belt before I come down to Florida, which hopefully the S15 will be done, not done, but ready to start being assembled. I know it's a little bit anticlimactic because I was actually in a rush to get the S15 before I left because Alberto was without a shop since he left his old job, and I wanted to make sure that Alberto had work so he could have income. But since he started his YouTube channel and he's starting to make money on YouTube, he didn't need to rely on the S15 for work. So it isn't as much of a rush. So if you can kind of understand my thought process, before it was mainly to get a car so Alberto could have income while I'm gone, since obviously he can't work on my S13, but now he has income so he doesn't need to worry about it. Obviously we're still gonna do it, but it's not as much of a priority. Until I'm back, then it's gonna be like my main focus. I just wanna get it done. So hopefully Alberto will have his car done, then we can drive together and have fun. It'll be sick. Tyler Cameron wants to know if we're ever gonna do a sort of webisode reunion with all the old friends of mine that we used to make BMX videos with together. Absolutely. The issue is we all have lives that are on different paths right now, and we're not all in the same location. Because before we were all kind of going to school and all in the same area. Now Robert's somewhere in Europe climbing mountains, Spencer's at Woodward, and we're conveniently going to Woodward in less than a week. So I'll be with Spencer, and I'm sure the content will resemble much more of our old webisodes, which I'm super excited about. I've got to say, absolutely nothing compares to riding with Spencer. I know you guys can tell from the videos, he's just such a fun person to ride with. Even if I'm not in the mood to ride, I'm in the mood to ride with Spencer. Spencer's a great guy. I recommend you guys go check out his channel, Spencer Forsman. He does absolutely ridiculous tricks, absolutely ridiculous personality, absolutely ridiculously beautiful dog. There's like 500 questions on my Facebook, and I can't sit here answering questions all night because I need to get to bed so we can wake up early and pick up the special surprise that I mentioned briefly. So I'm gonna end it on a question from Zachary Jarrett. That name looks really familiar, and I don't know why. Is that who I bought my RC car from? It is. Haha, I recognize you. He asked, I've always wondered what y'all are gonna do when YouTube ends, only y'all get older and can't ride BMX and do the same stuff you do now? What happens when YouTube dies out? If it does, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm really curious what happens after that. Honestly, this is something that I think about sometimes. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to all these YouTube vloggers? Where are they gonna go? What happens when YouTube dies? I don't know. I've always been the type of person to just kind of live in the moment. I found that one of my strengths is adapting to changing times and pivoting in different directions, kind of following usually wherever my heart takes me, wherever my passion is, and it's always led me to a successful path. It's good to have a backup plan, yes it is, but I found that some people are sometimes so wrapped up in the future and what could possibly happen that they aren't able to fully take advantage of an opportunity that they have in front of themselves now. And that's kind of what I found myself doing when I was a college student. I was so focused on being an engineer because, oh, what if I can't ride my bike forever? Or what if I can't do this forever? That I wound up almost missing an awesome opportunity, what I'm doing now, speaking to you guys, fulfilling a YouTube dream, if you want to call it that. So my plan at the moment is to monetize within reason however I can what I'm doing, so I'm able to stash away some money that can earn interest that way. In the future, we can explore other interests, we can make some mistakes and bounce back from them, maybe come across something else that's successful. But like I said, just follow kind of whatever we're passionate about. If Nicole wants to open up a peanut butter ice cream store in downtown Disney, it probably isn't gonna happen, but we'll think about it. Maybe we'll try it. I don't know. Would you guys like that? Would you guys come to downtown Disney to have Nicole's peanut butter ice cream? She's in the other room screaming yes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I want to take more time within videos to address things that you guys want to know, because after all, this is a narrative. You guys watch the videos because you want to know what you guys want to know, or you want to enjoy what you guys want to enjoy. So please communicate with me. I want to keep this two-way communication going. Leave some comments, tell me what you want to see. Tell me a video that you guys want to see, because there hasn't been a lot of video suggestions lately. So on days where I don't have a video, maybe I can make something that you guys want. Enough rambling though. Please hit the like button if you guys like the video. If you don't like the video, also hit the like button. It makes things great. So yeah, bye. Thanks. Watch another video, please.